Hello, friends, and welcome to Strawberry Patches podcast episode 116, I think. My name is Marina, and I'm coming to you from the lovely, lovely Aotearoa, New Zealand. This country has been my home for the past 8 years, and this is where we've built a family. I've had 2 of my daughters, and I have started dyeing yarn and created Strawberry Patches shop. And now I'm happy to be inspiring, hopefully, you with all my bright colors to create something. So as I said, this is the place that I call home now, although I am originally from Russia and I lived in Turkey for 7 years and I taught at a college there. Now I'm very happy in this beautiful place. I mean, how can you not be happy? This is gorgeous. And I love to share my crafty adventures with you guys. Today I'm going to show you my finished musical shawl by Steve West. I'll show you my One Love, another mystery shawl by Hohilokoteli. I will tell you about the things that have been happening at Strawberry Patches Yarns and the plans that I have for next year, because I am going to change some of the clubs. So if you really like fibre and yarn and want to know a little bit about this corner of craft in New Zealand, grab yourself something to drink and work on, and let's jump in it. Are you with me? I hope so. Yes. Hello friends, welcome to Strawberry Patches podcast. My name is Marina. I'm coming to you from Auckland, New Zealand. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day. And in this program, we're going to talk all things crafty, knitting, purling, sewing, a little bit of indie-dyed yarn, and other crafty things that I'm up to. If this is your jam, I would appreciate that you stay with me. Hit a thumbs up or subscribe. I always am very, very thankful to everyone who does that. And let's start. As I already told you, I will be talking about my mystery knit-alongs this couple of months. And the first one is the one I'm wearing. Before we jump into that, the thing that I've almost forgot to do. You can find me on Instagram as Marina Hoja, Hoca, or Strawberry Patches, and on Ravelry I'm MarinaToys, because I used to make toys and I still really, really enjoy doing that. Now I just remembered that I forgot to bring my gnome, but I'll get it later. I'm an indie dyer of Strawberry Patches yarns. It's a small family business that we do with my husband. He's the IT department. I am the everything else department. And that's what we are. We live here with 2 of our beautiful daughters, one of whom just turned 7 the day before yesterday, and it was so unbelievable that the time flies. But that's where you can find me. So as you can see, as you have guessed, and you probably have seen this pattern all over the internet, the knitting community, this is the famous Steve West mystery shawl of this year, 2025. It's called the Musical. And wow, what a knit. I skipped 2 years. I haven't done the shawls that he published in the previous 2 years. And the 2 years before I did knit them. But I'm so glad I did this year because I enjoyed it immensely. It was a bit stressful because the first clue that came out was quite something. But look how beautifully it blocked out. I just blocked it yesterday and I'm really, really amazed to see how much the yarn has relaxed and stretched. And I went for the complicated stuff. So I went for the brioche in this part. And I'm so glad I did, although I do wish that I had chosen this for my main color and not the dark. But it's beautiful on this side as well. Then there was a pretty easy breezy part, which was these waves, musical waves, which were quite a lot of knitting, but very easy because there are garter and some eyelets. And then the third week was quite crazy because all of this beautiful diamond shapes I had to rip back a couple of times and all the ends to weave in. But my favorite part was the brioche. Yes, I know it was 500 something stitches, but just look how amazing it is. I really, really loved and enjoyed making this border, and I went for the full size, the 3 brioche bands. I changed the colors the way I wanted them to be because I really wanted to have these colors be the main and not the dark. But over here, yeah, I think it's quite harmonious the way I did it. And I finished it in about 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks instead of 4. But since the 4th clue came out, I was like, okay, no rush anyway now, so I can just finish at my own pace and enjoy it. Because I really enjoyed the brioche and I didn't really want it to end. I was considering making the other 4th band, but then the shawl would have been enormous and I probably would have run out of yarn. But yes, the yarns that I used here are, this is my specially dyed for this project, this custom blue. Then, you can't really see, but this light blue is another one-off skein that I did. You kind of see here. Oh, here is better. That I have dyed a couple of, I don't know even when, maybe a year or 2 ago, that I really liked and I kept it. Then the darker color is Prosper yarn, and I got it from the lovely Hannah. It was her giveaway yarn. And then the white yarn is Eden Cottage Yarns. It's called, I can't remember what it's called, but it's this beautiful single spun, it's a single. Merino singles, that's what I mean. In this gorgeous white with some speckles of black and sort of pinkish color. I think these colors look so great, but it's a bit too hot because it's really warming up here in Auckland. So let me just drape this over the chair here. That is my mannequin today. And yeah, let's move on to other things that I'm working on. So just before I finish this shawl, Jorge Locatelli has released her mystery one skein shawl. It's called One Love shawl, and I was like, yay, easy mystery, I can do that. So I did. Well, this is not a finished object now, is it? But we're talking about mystery shawls, so kind of, it's okay. And this yarn, what was its name? Oh, you'll see it on the screen. It was another skein that I showed you last episode where I talked about my acquisitions, and I'm almost finished my shawl. I only need to do clue 4, and if I worked on it yesterday night, I would have finished by now. But here it is. Again, it's a mystery that has been revealed, so I'm not really showing any secrets here. I bet it will block out beautifully. It's a simple shawl with this lace details and really manageable clues. Oh, I think this is the right side, but I think it's better shown here like this. So I chose this light color because I don't have anything like that in my wardrobe, and I wanted a shawl that would be more universal and easy to match with the things that I have. I have lots of light clothes for summer, so I thought this could work with many of them. So this is going to be the shawl, and it's a one skein shawl, so it's going to be pretty small. I might gift it to someone though. And it's in the bag made by my really, really lovely friend Evgenia, who is in Christchurch and who is the we work together, and I asked her to make some bags for me for the shop, and some of them are coming to the shop soon and I cannot wait to receive them. So her attention to detail is just perfect. And the color sense as well. It's really cool. So that's for the shawls. Now, as you might remember, in October, I also wanted to make a pair of socks. But I was so focused on this gorgeous thing. And I thought, well, you know, I make a ton of socks every month and every year. So it's okay if I take it slow. And I did. And this is my only finished sock. I started 2 pairs, but I have only finished 1 sock and I'm on the heel with the second one. This is the gorgeous yarn, which was a gift from my sister. It's the Canadian Indie Dye Nomadic Yarns. I think I have their label. Here it is. It's the Living Dead Girl Tweedy sock, which has super wash Blueface Leicester and some Donegal nips in it. And it's just perfect. I really like this. It's not in your face Halloween, but it's a really nice yarn. Blueface Leicester is perfect for socks. I really like it for socks. And these neps made it so much more fun. And I paired it with this gray mini that I had because I wasn't sure how the Blueface Leicester is gonna hold up for socks. So I thought I'd better reinforce my toes and heels with some mohair nylon mini that I have. I can't remember who it is from. It's probably Yarn Palooza, maybe. Yeah, awesome. Really enjoying this knit, so I'm taking my time. And I don't mind if I don't finish immediately. So as you can see from here, I do the top down, and then I do the slip stitch heel. Then I'm going to do some short rows and pick up the stitches and do some decreases, and then it's plain sailing from then on. And I really love this bag that I got from Doug. Hi Doug, I know you're watching. And it's cool inside as well. I love it when the bags are funny color inside as well. So yes, I'm probably gonna finish this and keep it for next October Halloween month next year. Speaking of bags, I have finished some bags myself. Surprising, right? There's a lot of sewing wise, it's much easier to produce more than knitting. So like in just a couple of Mondays, I was able to finish these lovely apron. It might look like it's so perfect and beautiful on screen, but trust me, it is not perfect. Oh, anyways, let me show it to you like this. It's beautiful fabric. I'm not gonna stand up. I'll put a picture of me wearing it. Okay, what's going on here? Yep. So basically, yeah, I am wearing it. It has a cool little pocket here, which was supposed to be divided, but I thought I like a big pocket. Then I loved that I chose this orange, I forgot what it's called. You know, the thing that you use on the corners of your fabric. I'm only learning the terminology, like I'm not a sewer, so please forgive me. And at the back, it's pretty clever because we have these kind of like belt holders, for better words. And at the back, it has a cross. It has a cross that is quite handy because Brooke, who is the designer of this pattern, she said that she always felt the weight of the apron like push on her neck. And that's why she designed the one which has like a cross on the back. So yeah, this only took me 2 Mondays to make. Oh, I hope I didn't touch my mic. And I'm really happy with the results. I think last time I did an apron, I was in primary school ages ago. And it definitely wasn't as beautiful fabric as this one. Yay! In the live update that I will talk about after all the crafty things are finished, I'll tell you that we have guests coming, so this apron is going to come handy. Right, another thing. Let me quickly grab the gnome. Actually, I brought them all to you because I thought, why not remember all of them? So these patterns that I'm going to show you are by wonderful Sarah Shearer of the Imagine Landscapes, and here we are. 2025 was pronounced to be the year of gnomes, and I jumped on it because I really liked the idea of making tiny gnomes. If I'm not mistaken, this will be the correct order in which I made them. The January gnome. The patterns, I can't remember from the top of my head. This is probably the Adventure gnome. And I knitted them all in my mini skeins that I dye every month for the Year of Gnomes Club. Then there was the February one with this gorgeous, this is one of my favorite colorways of my mystery clubs. And yeah, I loved how I striped these colors. Then we have, I think this one. He might be called Nolan, I'm not sure. But I really wanted to use all the 4 colors that I chose for the club. So here they are, the orange, the dark blue, yellow, green with speckles, and very speckly beard. Then we have, this must have been March, then the April one. March, April, May. Okay, either this way or that way. I really liked making this one, and I modified this pattern a little bit because these 3 bits, they were supposed to make a flower and to come here at the kind of, to mark the head, but I decided to spread them around like sprinkles on an ice cream cone because she eventually is an ice cream cone. This fun guy, Professor Fun Guy, was a mystery pattern that we did, was it April? Must have been April. And he has a little basket and this funny beard and the really, really cool mushroomy hat and some color work around the body and on the head, and even here slip stitch color work, and he has a lot of character. He's really cool. Then there was this fun one, which the minis that I chose looked so beautiful together, but when I was looking for a pattern for a gnome, I couldn't really come up with one that would use all of them until I found this pattern, and I thought, yes, I'm gonna make it work. So I did, and this gnome has some color work here, which was very, very easy to do, which makes me think, like Sarah was saying, if someone, she's talking to all of us, she said, if you're afraid of committing to a whole garment or like a big hat with color work, make a gnome, and that will give you a sense and show you how easy it actually is to make color work. So I did, and I really enjoyed it, and the tassel here is so much fun. The next one was probably this one, and I like how I had some cuffs for this one here, and the beard is brown this time. And I think all of these colors, they work so well together. It could be in another project as well. Then I went for this tiny one, and that's another good pattern to showcase 4 different colors. Of course, I have a lot left, so if you wanted to use up all of the colors, you probably should have chosen something else, but isn't he fun? He has like a sweater, this one, and arms, so make him really muscly. Cool one. Then I did this one. I was already in the pumpkin mood because I knew that this guy, the Gnumpkin mystery knit-along was coming, so I had some orange dyed, and then I made this simple one. By that time, the icy beard, I love how the beards are all different colors as well. By that time, I was all ready for the mystery gnome and this one. I mean, these two guys, I probably wouldn't have chosen them because I would be scared that they're too complicated, but they're actually not. Really not, because you take one bite at a time and you do them, and they're such cute characters. This is the latest one. It's called Gnompkin. Sarah let us choose if we want to do the Gnettel or the Gnompkin. Nettle is the female kind of witchy character, and this one is the, yeah, kind of a grandpa style. His hat is so cool. There is some clever shaping to make it look like I don't know, a kind of a sorting hat kind of thing. But just look at this voluptuous body. I mean, it was so much fun to make. Although the knitting of it is very, very easy, but when you put these yarns through, that's what makes it these lovely curves. And the legs are so much fun. I was supposed to do a different color here, I think, but I didn't want to. So yeah, here is my gnompkin, and I should get moving on the November gnome, actually. I have chosen the pattern. And then in December, we're going to do Gnandad, silent G, Nandad, so it's granddad. Last winter, we had a story of a grandma traveling through the woods to see her family. And when we were making that mystery gnome, we started with a cape, which we didn't know it was a cape back then, but when we did it, it has this lovely color work, what sort of slip stitch color work. And it's such a different thing. I love it how she thinks about different accessories. Like this grandma gnome, she had glasses and she has a cape, and then her body had some color work and there was Christmassy colors. It was just beautiful, beautifully made. So here's my pile of gnomes. Can we put him here? No, he's too fat for that. Can we put him here? Yay! I almost forgot to tell you what I'm wearing. So this is one of my tops that I've made, I don't know, 5-6 years ago now. And it's made with cotton yarn alize, a pattern that I followed a YouTube tutorial by, what's her name? Oh, what's her? Natalie's Masters. Yeah. So Natalie is, I think she's from Ukraine, or maybe Russia. Anyways, her channel is in Russian, and she does some really beautiful designs that she's sharing for free with her subscribers. And this top, when I saw it, it's called Summer Flowers, I think. Anyways, it's a beautiful top which has lace on the front and partly lace in the back. And as you can see, some of it is just plain knitting. So if I want, I can expose more of my back or my front. So I chose it to wear it this way this time. And the last thing that I did just this week, just on Monday, I have finished this tote bag. So it was a kit that I purchased at New Zealand Fabrics and Yarn Shop, which is run by Tracy, and Cher, my wonderful friend, is a shop assistant there. And they are such enablers. They always, in my very, very first years of being in New Zealand, they helped me so much, and I'm really, really grateful for that. So they had these kits with a pattern that Tracy designed, and it's been sitting there forever because I was not sure of my sewing skills, and it was a bit intimidating, although it's a very simple pattern, until this year. I finally finished it. It was supposed to have a pocket in the front, but I didn't want to interrupt this beautiful row of birds, so I didn't do a pocket. And to be honest, I was distracted while I was making this, so I saw that there should be a pocket a bit too late into the cutting and sewing. And there is the lining and the handles, and
yeah, it's a really cool size, and I think it will come handy when we go to the beach or somewhere else. It's just such a nice size of a bag, and I think I should make more of these. And maybe that's what I'll do, because they have some really cool fabric that I wanted to make tote bags with. Fine, right? So yeah, there's been all of that sewing happening. Next thing I wanted to share with you is, one more thing. I finished this bag as well. Yeah, there's a lot of sewing this time. So I bought this fabric last end of year, and this was the time when I started kind of sewing, and finally, because by the time I bought it, I didn't have time to actually sew anything. So this year I dug it out and I was like, oh, this is lovely fabric. And you can't really see, but there are some cars with carrying Christmas trees on the bottom. I'm very, very pleased with that idea. And some lights on the top. And I chose kind of blue fabric, which resembles like snowflakes on the inside. But the problem with this fabric is that it wrinkled, which I'm asking around. I found out that it could be due to the fact that it was not 100% cotton fabric. Anyway, I made this bag. And there was something else. Yeah, I showed you this bag before, but the first time I did it, I didn't do any interfacing, and I just made it like a sack. There was no square bottom, nothing, and I didn't like it. I didn't use it. I looked at it and I just didn't think I would use it. But I love birds. I love New Zealand birds. Well, actually, a lot of bags that I have birds. Like there's the wood pigeon on this one. Then there's owls and cockatoos on this one. And here we have some New Zealand birds like the tui, the fantail, the pukeko, and the kiwi, and some other ones, maybe the ruru. This, I'm not sure which one is one. What all of this to say is that I wanted to use this bag, so what I did was I took it all apart, not apart, but I opened it up, turned it inside out again, and I added the lining post-mortem. I call it that, but what I did was that I just, turned it inside out, and I added some lining to the inside of this part, and I decided to leave this as is. And then I also decided that I want a square bottom, so I cut out those squares at the bottom that make it kind of a boxy fit. I did a mistake while doing that, but that's fine. I was in a hurry. I'm always in a hurry because Mondays, there are only about 2-3 hours that I have at our community center that I can do this. And yeah. Anyways, it turned out beautiful. I think now I'll be more happy using it. And yeah, we shall see what project's gonna go there next. On to whips. So in this lovely Christmas bag, I have something that I have started just a couple of days ago. So this Saturday, we're having the AGM, Creative Fibre AGM meeting, where it's like the end of the year, kind of summing up all the creative fiber doings, and there's a market as well. There'll be people just who come in to craft and share their projects. Of course, I'll be bringing my gorgeous shawl and probably Mr. Numpkin as well. And I know other people are going to bring their makes. And this year we have a hat challenge, which was encouraging us to make a hat in from any yarn, commercial, hand spun, whatever. It could be even woven or felted or whatever. So I have a couple of hats that I've had that I want to bring, but I also thought, I would really want to make a brioche hat because I really enjoyed brioche on this border. So I thought, yeah, I can whip up a brioche, said she. So this is how far I am on this one. This is the Vintage Prim by Andre Maury, which I've had in my library forever, but I was always intimidated. I loved the look, but I thought, oh my God, this brioche increases, decreases. It just looks so complicated, but so pretty. Just look at this. It is so pretty. When you stretch those stitches out, you can see just how gorgeous it is. And I have this really, really handy needle stoppers. So why I use them is exactly for moments like this, because you can see that even though my needles are quite short and the stitches would have definitely come off if I hadn't had these guys, they're like little guardians who guard my stitches from running away off these needles. And I really like the other side. I'm thinking now I should have chosen the lighter color for the main color, but this is the reversible hat, so I think it doesn't really matter. But I think you can see the pattern better this way. And yeah, it's summer and I'm making hats. But it's a really, it does require a little bit more concentration because, yeah, you have to think about what kind of increase, decrease, and you have to count the stitches between the pattern. There are 4 stitch markers, as you can see here, which kind of mark the beginning of each pattern panel. But the back is very simple. It's just garter in different colors. So yay, it will be done. I don't know if it will be done by Saturday, but it will be done soon. And I'm really enjoying it. I think I will venture more into brioche and some complicated brioche. Maybe I'll do a whole shawl of brioche just to master those stitches because I really like the texture that it gives you. So I showed you the sock, that's it. That's all of my works in progress so far. Now I would like to show you some of the things that I have dyed for the shop this last month. And let's start with some sort of earthy colors. So when I was thinking about, oh yeah, I have finished dyeing the advents. It was so much work, you guys. I didn't anticipate it to be, like, it took a lot of my energy and time, more than I knew it would be a lot, but it was more than I had anticipated. But so I put a little bit of a pressure on myself because I wanted to ship them before like beginning of November, just in case there is some delays with post and everything. Anyways, all done now. But what I'm trying to say, oh, there is one last advent box in the shop. If you want to snag it, just go quickly. Don't tell anyone. It's there. So when I was dyeing up the advents, I dyed this color and I thought, ooh, this could work, but it didn't work with any other colors. So I thought it's okay. I can keep it and maybe use it for because it was a secret. I didn't really share it with you guys on my Instagram. So I thought, oh, I can use it in other ways, like in the gnome club or another one. But then I thought, you know what, it's not. It's just a different colorway. I called it Guacamole Love. And it's this gorgeous pale green with some kind of orangey yellow speckles and some, I would say, green-blue speckles. And it looks so great. I have 3 of this. And I think they would make a really, really cool summer top. Because 3 skeins would give you 1,200 meters. And if you do like a short sleeve one, you can definitely do something like that. So this is a one-off colorway. Oh, I was also asked many times to dye browns. And to be honest, I don't know what you guys love about browns. I am not a brown girl. I mean, chocolate or any other shade brown. Anyways, this is Teddy Bear. And I dyed it, and color-wise, I totally get why it's pretty, but knitting a garment with this is somebody else's cup of tea. And this is, again, my sock base. So if you wanted to make, let's say, some color work, maybe not that, but maybe something with red or with blue, or maybe even with, yeah, maybe something yellow or orange. That would work. So I have 4 of these teddy bears. You can make teddy bears. This I get. To make teddy bears, this is just the perfect color. That's the sock yarn that I have in my shop. Then I did lots of, not lots of, but a couple of oopsies, which were just some, maybe some dye that didn't exhaust in the yarn, in the pods or something. So this one is called Happiness. And it's this really, really bright greens and blues, and I think this would look great if you paired it with something dark and did some sort of brioche for like a contrast color. This would be great. Then this one is a lot more colors in this one. It's called Oopsie Bright. Yeah, very creative. Because I know I cannot repeat it because it was just basically when I dye fiber, sometimes I see there is a lot of dye still that is not soaking up into the fiber. So I lay up my skein, but it's like different colors in it, and then I sprinkle something on top if there's still something white. So this one is quite fun. Let me show you. It has sort of a pink to green and yellow, and it will be a lot of fun to knit. I think it will make really, really fun socks if you wanted to make something like that. So it's called, as I said, Oopsie Bright. Let's move on to some other things. I dyed some dark colors. They are again perfect for contrast in your color work, or if you are making heels and toes of your sock, this would be great as well. Or if you like simple gray hats like my sister does. I once made her daughter a gray hat, which was, I think, such a boring color for a kid, but she loved it, and her son is now wearing it, so whatever, yeah, great. So yeah, this color would be great for a hat, or a little scarf would be nice for a shawl as well. And something else that I did was I wanted to do, when I was knitting on this shawl, I was craving for some white with speckles. So that's what I did. I created this white in sort of wintry speckles. It's called Elsa's Magic, and Elsa refers to the Frozen character, you know, the cartoon of the magical girl and the 2 sisters. And my girls love this one, so of course we play with Elsa, we listen to her songs, sing them and everything. And this, I just want to open it for you because I really, really want to knit with it myself. I think this would make such a lovely garment or sock or hat. Imagine a muscle wear hat in this. This would make so much fun knitting it. You'll have so much fun knitting it because look at this. There is this blue speckles that broke into purple and dark, almost black. Then there's this aqua speckles, which have like a smidge of green in them. Then the way they, oh my God, the way they are distributed across the yarn is going to make the fabric very, let me see, it will be sort of like this, I would imagine. That's the perks of being an indie dyer. After having dyed so much yarn and swatching with it, well, that's basically what it is, swatching. I can imagine what each yarn would be like, but trust me, this would be beautiful, whatever you make with it. It's called Elsa's Magic. Then I thought, ooh, let's add a little bit more color into them, and I created cake sprinkles, which is the same idea of a white base yarn. By the way, all the yarns that I was dyeing recently are the New Zealand Marina nylon base, so perfect for socks, and plus it's very local. It's milled here in Wild Earth Yarns, so I love that. It's very local. On these guys, I sprinkled 3 colors, if you can see here, or actually 4. See, over here you will see it better. Let's open one. Before you open it, when you're choosing a sock yarn, it's worth checking out the whole skein, or if the shop owners allow you, open it up, because it will give you an idea of how much of each color there is, because sometimes in the skein it looks like there's a lot of red, but when you open it up it's just this part that was visible that's red and nothing else. So yeah, let's open it up and see what it's actually looking like. See, it's not that much red. So I speckled this one with blue and green and purple and red, and I just love it. I kept one for me because I think this could also be like a Christmas colorway as well. What do you think? I think if you made a couple of socks with this would really, really be very pretty. And again, this would be very, very fun to knit into anything, actually. I imagine a beautiful shawl in garter, or it could be a cowl, a musselburgh hat as well. Oh yes, I think I'm having a craving for hats. Maybe there will be a hat, because socks, I've done so many socks, but just look how gorgeous it looks. See how I twisted it in a different way, because I concentrated all the red in one corner, and then now the amount of red is kind of, yeah, you can see now better that there is not as much red as it appeared before, but there's more of these other cooler tones. So 2 of these, again, cake sprinkles it's called, are available in the shop, because moi, kept one for herself. And the last skein that I wanted to show you is called Peach Begonia. It's in the same series, but with this one I had a little bit more water. So the speckles that I sprinkled, they were not hitting the fiber, the yarn, but some of them fell in the water, and once they hit the water they kind of dissolve, and that's what makes the yarn less white and the sprinkles not as pronounced, but nonetheless gorgeous. See, I'm opening them all up for you to see, because isn't it amazing? By the way, I loved this one, and I used it for the November Year of Gnomes, one of the minis. So those of you who have ordered the clubs, you will have received these. And yeah, just look at these gorgeous, gorgeous colors. I think I'm gonna make my mom something, because when I asked her what's her favorite color, she said she likes salmon, and I think this is sort of salmon, isn't it? Like when it's gonna be knitted up, it's gonna be salmony. So if you hurry, then Peach Begonia will be yours. If not, it'll be my mom's. And yeah, now let's take a look at the November club reveals. First comes the Fibre Club.
Hello and welcome to the November Fibre Club. Last month we had very green, lovely colors on Haunui, and this month we have New Zealand Corriedale wool, which is very, very soft, and 15% silk. This base has some streaks of gray that run throughout, and the silk, as you can see here, shines through just like the silky waves on the fjords. I've included some festive tea for you, and handmade soap, which is aloe vera soap with raspberry and vanilla fragrance that me and my daughters made. I hope you enjoy this month, and see you next month.
And yeah, that was exciting to make. I'm happy to hear that Nola, for example, she's already started spinning it and she's loving it. So yay, that makes me so happy. Then, as I told you, the Year of Gnomes mini set reveal is here.
Hello dear friends, it's time to reveal the November Year of Gnomes mini set. To add a little bit of intrigue, ta-da! I was really longing for cooler colors. Like last month was autumnal and pumpkin, and this time I was wanting these blues, purples, and for a fun contrast, I dyed this speckle yarn which has pink and sort of orange salmony speckles, which I really love how it looks in the skein. You can order one skein from me if you really like this colorway or any others. And as extras, you can see here some sweeties and these cute little gnome glasses that you can pop on your gnome or any other toy that you're making. Hope you like this month. See you next month.
So what do you think? It's not very Christmassy because I thought, you know, here in New Zealand it's summer, spring, and I wanted more kind of flowery colors for our November gnome.
Hello everybody, it's time to reveal the November Mermaid's Treasure surprise. When you get it, you will get this and a package. Can you guess what color is inside? Ta-da! I decided that I've done a lot of pinks and purples and teals, and I wanted to do all pink this month. And I think I nailed it. Look at this gorgeous pink with coral and speckle of teal and purple and a matching purple lilac mini skein. Just look at this gorgeous yarn. I think I nailed it. I nailed what I wanted to do, and it's called Mermaid's Positively Pink Gummy Potty. And it's because we have these cute little gummy bear stitch markers, and to make it even sweeter, there is this, oh, it's one of my favorite teas. It's a herbal tea, festive grape. And of course you get a letter and some cute, oh, I hope you love it as much as I do. I cannot wait to knit with it and to see whatever you're making. Thanks for watching. See you next month.
And now you've seen the Mermaids Club colorway as well. Very different as well, right? And I have so many of them now because I'm keeping one for myself every time I dye one, because the colors that I choose for my Mermaids Treasure Club are the ones that I would have bought if I saw them somewhere, like at a yarn show or in a shop. That's why each and every colorway I keep for myself in hope that one day I will have the time to knit them all up into something. Sometimes I do extras so you can see them in the shop. And so that's all my dyeing adventures for now. By the way, did I tell you that all of this you can find at strawberrypatches.nz, the shop that my lovely husband has created for us. And lately he's been so kind and he's made the afterpay option available as well. So if you are the person who has to buy the yarn before the paycheck, there's an option for that as well. Now, knit first, pay later. That's the slogan. Okay, now what is next? I think next was just about my plans for the coming couple of months. First, let's talk about what's coming in New Year for Strawberry Patches. I don't know about you, but after having the Year of Gnomes run for a whole year, I feel like it's time to do a little bit of a revamp, or evolution, let's say, of this club. So I had this idea of kind of leaving the gnomes in 2025 and keeping the fairy tale part of it in 2026. So I'm not sure about the name of the club yet, but Year of Gnomes Club is going to evolve into the fairy tale character club. And the idea is that there will be still 4 mini skeins and some little notions in that club, but it will be based on a fairy tale character. And I will take fairy tales from the countries that I've lived in. For example, of course, being a Russian, I know lots of Russian fairy tales that I would love to share with you. Then there is a part of me, a part of my heart is still in Turkey, where I lived for 7 years, where I was a teacher in a college. Then I've learned some folklores over there, and since my daughters are born here in New Zealand, I'm learning through them some Maori tales and characters like Maui, and at the moment that's it, but I'll be learning with you guys. So I'm thinking of creating like each month a different character and dyeing the colors in that, being inspired by that. So what do you think? I think it's a great idea. Even my husband said it's great because, yeah, it sounds fun. And I will be including like a little card with the picture of that character and some information about it with the club. So I hope you join me with this club, which starts in January. I will be posting all the information to people who are getting their parcels in December. Basically, if you're in our mini club now, you will just stay there. It's the format of the club that's going to change. You can still stay there. There's no need to do anything. You have subscribed, committed, and thank you so much for supporting me and my crazy ideas. It's really keeping my creative juices flowing, and I really feel motivated to provide something fun and interesting for you guys every time. And if you want to join the club and not miss out on the January 1st, it's going to be the most exciting one, I think, because when it's something new, I feel always a lot more energy to add something, like add this, add that, add this. I hope you join me. And yeah, that's about this club. The fiber club will stay the same for a while because it's been only a couple of months that I have changed the recipe book fiber club into the New Zealand nature fiber club, and I am still loving that theme. But as for the mermaid's treasure, I think it needs a little bit of evolving as well. I think it's going to be mermaids with something else, or somebody else's treasure. There's going to be a little bit of change. I'll have a think about that, and I'll let you know. I'm planning to record at least a couple episodes this year before New Year starts. So that's all the shop news. Now I think it's time to share with you some life news. As I was saying, my oldest daughter has turned 7 on Tuesday, and where did the time go? That reminds me, I've been podcasting for more than 8 years. Yeah. Wow. I started in May 2017. So yeah. Okay. Oh, and we've been celebrating, and after I finished my Advents, and also, oh, I forgot to say, there is a new product that I have introduced, and it sold out so quickly, like in a couple of days. I created the Delight, what is it called? Delight, Bag Bundle Delight, where there was a Christmas bag and a Christmas skein of yarn together, and I have dyed them and shipped them. And the bags were made by amazing Yevgenia that I'm working with, and I've shipped them, so now you have them. I don't know if you're gonna open them now or keep them until Christmas. That's why I cannot reveal any of it. I feel so like powerless. I have all these Advents that have 24 minis that I wound up by hand, and all the other little trinkets and things, and the letter, and like once I have revealed the Advent, I want to show you all the details that I have included, because it was so much work and so much fun doing it that I want to share it with you and show you how much love and dedication I poured into this product. And with the bag bundle, I really enjoyed kind of connecting the colors of the bag with the yarn and sending them to you. So I'm already planning the next year's bag bundle, especially now that Spotlight has so many beautiful Christmas fabrics on sale. Yeah. Where was I going with this?
While I was editing, I remembered that I forgot to tell you about this new product that I have added. It's the Festive Mystery skein, which is the same skein that I dyed for the bag bundle, but it's just the yarn and some sweet treats. So it's on the site now, and go ahead and grab it before it's sold out. There's only a few left in there.
Yeah, so in the shop, there's all of this happening behind the scenes. Maybe you don't see many of my what I'm doing just because it's happening in secret, but it's coming, don't worry. And plus I'm planning ahead. As you know, the end of the year is always for me a time to plan ahead what I want to bring in 2026, because it's gonna, that's what's gonna determine my path through those months. Okay, that's the shop news. Now, life news is that in about 9 days or so, next weekend, my mom is coming and my mother-in-law is coming. They're both coming together. And as you can imagine, it's gonna change our dynamics, family dynamics a little bit. I'm a little bit worried because 3 people in the kitchen, that's a little bit worrying me. But I'm hoping it's gonna be, for kids, it's going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure, because there's going to be 2 grandmas when they've hardly seen any in all of their lives. And that means that I'm going to be spending a lot more doing family things like traveling somewhere, going to the beach. Of course, the weather is changing, it's warmer, and I'd really like to take this opportunity to travel a little bit more around New Zealand. And hopefully we'll go to places like Rotorua, to other beaches around here, Auckland. Maybe we'll travel somewhere in the South Island as well. That would be cool. So I don't know if I'll be doing lots of dyeing at this time, but I think I'm good at planning. Like, I haven't yet been late with any of my clubs in more than a year that I've had clubs. So I'm good at planning. So I always make sure that I have the yarn and it's sent to you before the deadline. So that's good. And I also would love to make some summer garments this summer. I want to make lots more gifts because, of course, for my mom, I want to ask her what she thinks about all the colors that I dye, and maybe she would pick some for me to make like little shawls or hats or something for her, because obviously, like, her birthday is in December, which normally would be winter, and knitted gifts would be so appropriate. But of course, if she's coming into summer, they might not look like it, but I would still want to gift her some knitted things, so when she goes back to home, she would have something that she can put on and like feel the warmth that I've put into this gift. And my mother-in-law, of course, I want to make some things for her too. Like, when they come, I want to prepare like a little welcome baskets where I'm going to put some treats and maybe a little card and some hand-knitted socks, I think, and some soap. You know, I sometimes make some soap with my daughters, just melt and pour base, and I'm going to prepare these gifts for them. Oh, and then this weekend we have the big celebration of my daughter where she has all her friends. And then my other daughter, in 3 weeks' time, she's turning 4. And then, of course, my mom's birthday in December as well. I think that's why I've been feeling a little bit hyped up. Not stressed, but I guess a little bit busy. But it's a good busy. I do everything that I can to stay sane and active. I started Zumba here at the community center. It's been a month now. And I really feel like it's helped me a lot to keep my energy levels and to be more active on the days when I feel like a bit down. And also my husband has given me his, Fitbit watch. that he's not using anymore, which is very handy, I think, especially for us knitters, because it kind of starts to vibrate when there's notifications. And some of these notifications are like, oh, it's time to move. You haven't moved a lot in an hour. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's get up and make yourself a cup of tea, or like put the washing up or something, you know, just do some activities, because I tend to be so involved in my knitting that I forget to move, and I can do that for like hours and hours, and then I get up and I'm like, oh no, my neck and like my back, everything hurts. But with this little device, it helps me to remember to move a little bit more. Okay, I think I've talked enough. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little chatter. If you have, please let me know in the comments below what you've been working on. I would really love to know, and where you are from, because it's always nice to know which part of the world does this video reach. I really hope that you are having a good time and that you're also preparing for the festive months. I hope you're having some fun projects on your needles or hooks or wheels. There hasn't been any spinning here lately, just because it's a bit hot and I feel my fingers are sweating when I'm spinning some fibers. So I probably will keep that for later in the year, or some days when it's cooler. But as you can see now, it's a bit like, especially this room is so hot that I can feel the heat right now. Even in this, it's a bit hot. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me for this program, and please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. До свидания, bye bye, and Matiwa.